What's up, man? We are live. Y'all see the title? What's going to come out of Damian Lillard's future in Portland? Now, Damian Lillard been with Portland. He done some, he done some really good things with Portland, man. Hit game-winning shots, in the playoffs. He has lifted that team, in the playoffs just about every year since he's been there. He started off with him and LaMarcus Aldridge. I thought they was going to do some pretty good things. I thought they was going to be able to build around them. But LaMarcus Aldridge, he left, for some reason. I don't know if they had a falling out. I don't know if Dame Lillard started rising and, he wanted to find his, LaMarcus wanted to find his own niche. So he went to the San Antonio Spurs. I don't really think that really worked out for him. I thought it was going to be a good fit for him, but it just never really materialized. Him and Greg Popovich kind of had a falling out. LaMarcus Aldridge was a really good player too himself. But then C.J. McCollum became Dame Lillard's sidekick, and they did pretty good, but they just too small. They were just, in my opinion, they were just too small. Guys like that, this small in the backcourt like that. The last small backcourt like that led a team to a championship was the Detroit Pistons with Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas. The difference between that team and that Detroit team had really good defensive players, and they had bigs, because in that era you had to have bigs. And they had bigs that were versatile, like John Sally, Bill Laimbeer, James Edwards. They had guys that were, that were really, really versatile. They can score and they can play defense. John Sally. Um, then they had guys like Mark Aguirre, who in Dallas it didn't quite work out for him in Dallas. But he was like a 25 point, 22, 25 point scorer in Dallas. So, and he was the number one pick in the draft. And ironically, Isaiah was number two pick in the draft. They were really good friends. So um, they brought him over there, and Detroit was able to win a couple of championships, dethroning the Lakers and Boston along the way, beating Michael Jordan a few times before Michael Jordan was able to break through. But I didn't think Portland had enough. I just think they needed a big wing or a big to be able to compete in the West. The West had some monsters out there. Golden State, it was the rise of Golden State. Before Golden State, it was Dallas. Before Dallas, it was the Spurs. So I didn't see where Portland fit into a championship level type where they had a chance to win the championship. Dame Lillard says that he want to be loyal to the team. He don't want to join and create a super team like what I'm saying, like Dwayne Wade and them did in Miami or Boston with Kevin Durant and Ray Allen. Those guys formed a super team. Like we know the Nets didn't work out with KD, James Harden, and Kyrie. That super team didn't work out, so they don't always work out. But he said he don't want to do that. So he said he want to do what Giannis did: stay in a small market, on a smart market team and win the championship. Now Giannis was able to do it in Milwaukee, but Giannis had a much better team, and plus Giannis is a much better player than Dame Lillard. He's a big guy. He's 6'10", 6'11", 7 feet, physical, 240, 240, 245. Dame Lillard's what, 6'2"? He listed at 6'3", but he's probably 6'2", closer to 6'1", 100 and what, 90 pounds maybe. In the NBA, small guys like that don't really lead their teams to championships. Only a couple, Steph Curry and Isaiah Thomas. I mean, what other little guy under 6'5", 6'4", 6'5" was able to lead a team to a championship? It's just the physicality, the it just takes a lot. It just takes a toll, and it's hard for a little guy like that. Now he could be a complementary piece. He can be the second best player, but Dame Lillard keeps saying on the off season he keep flirting with the possibility that he want to leave. But he don't want to seem like a hypocrite because he said I would never leave. That's why he should have never said he would never leave, because things change, dynamics change, things around you change, your team changes. Now Dame Lillard team went from like a veteran team 2 years ago to like a rebuild. and he don't have time to rebuild. What, Dame Lillard like what, 32, 33? That man don't have time, and he's starting to get hurt now. He was hurt last year. He was hurt this year. So you don't get better as you get older. Your body doesn't get better. You can maintain your body to a certain degree, but it doesn't get better. You're not gonna get younger. So Dame Lillard on this offseason, flirting with the idea again, talking about what team he would love to go to. Dame Lillard, just tell Portland you want to trade, man. Try to go to a team. You don't have to necessarily have a super team. Go play. See if you can play with Giannis. See if you can play with trying to see if you can play with Joel Embiid. I don't think James Harden is coming back. See if you can play with Luca. I consider a super team with three or more superstars, but or two superstars and a really good player. That's what to me what a super team is. So Dame Lillard needs to stop complaining about the front office, and because no one wants to go to Portland. You're not gonna get a free agent to go to Portland. It's the same thing that LeBron James had the same thing in Cleveland. Nobody wanted to go to Cleveland. Even the summer of 2010, when Amari Stoudemire was a free agent, Dwayne Wade was a free agent, Chris Bosh was a free agent, and some other people was free agents. Nobody wanted to go to Cleveland to play with LeBron James because they didn't want to go to a small market. Nobody wants to go to Portland. Portland will have to draft good like they did with LaMarcus Aldridge, and they did with Dame Lillard, and they were able to create a great, they were able to have great players through the draft. That's what Portland has to do. But I think Portland this year got what, the fourth or third pick in the draft. They missed out on Wamayama, or whatever his name is. They missed out on him. They missed out on who else? They missed out on the other point guard that's in the draft. They missed out on him. I think Portland got like the fourth pick or something like that, fourth or fifth, somewhere up in there. So what is Dame Lillard gonna do? He gonna stay in Portland again and not make the playoffs possibly next year, and talk about on the off season that he should what he should do and all that? No, Dame Lillard, look, you don't owe loyalty to the Portland Trailblazers, because as soon as you can't play, they're gonna get rid of you. You don't owe loyalty to none of these sports. None of these players owe loyalty to none of these sports franchise. Now, what you owe loyalty is the contract that you signed. Now, he did sign a contract, you know what I'm saying, for extension, so maybe he owes loyalty to that. But as far as staying there and not winning, and I guess you want to win, you know what I'm saying? Some players are comfortable. Maybe Dame Lillard is just comfortable with being a big fish in a small pond. Maybe he is. You know what I'm saying? If he is, I mean, just come out and say that. Look. He did come out and say that like 3 or 4 years ago, but as the years been going on, Dame Lillard has been changing his mind gradually and gradually. Like, he throw out little nuggets like, yeah, I want the team to do this, want the team to do that. But Dame Lillard, you're not going to get no great player to come there. You're just not. You're not going to get a great player that want to get traded there. You're not going to get a great player that want to come there through free agency. So y'all tell me what y'all think Dame Lillard should do. I think Dame Lillard should ask for a trade. Who cares if you sound like a hypocrite, man? This is your career. This is your career. You don't want to have to go when you retire saying, man, I wish I'd have left. You know what Kevin Garnett said when he went to Boston? He said, man, I wish I would have asked for a trade 5 years before now. Because when Kevin Garnett went to Boston, he was like, what, 31? I think Kevin Garnett was 31 or 30 or 31, somewhere up in there. But he said, I should have went earlier. I should have left early. I should have left 5 years earlier. So let me know what y'all think, man. I think Dame Lillard should go ask for a trade. I'm out.